Welcome to FilmFanatics.tv. Need to know latest Hollywood news? Then stay tuned. Want to be part of the industry? Keep listening. Just a fan? Like us. Stick around and discuss. This and much more is coming up on FilmFanatics.tv.
Whoa, welcome everybody. How's it going, Marlena?
It is Thursday pre-Friday.
Okay, pre-Friday.
Yes.
Is that what we're calling it right now?
Junior Friday.
It's Friday Eve right now.
Friday
okay?
Junior.
Friday Junior. Okay, all right. People out having a good time? Maybe. Actually, it's a little cold tonight here in Boston. The rest of the country is like boiling. Phoenix, LA, all those places. We're going to be talking about LA a lot, especially Hollywood.
Sure, at least my hair looks good.
Yeah, it does look good, huh? I like it. I like the scarf you got. She got that in New York. I know that.
Yeah.
I was there when she bought it.
Yeah.
So, how have you been since last week?
Hey, just living life, just doing what we can and what we do best. So,
what do we do best? I don't even know. Tell me, please.
Chaotic.
Chaos.
Living chaos.
We're good at chaos. You're right.
Yeah.
We're very good at chaos. We excel in chaos.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but no chaos tonight because we're going to be talking about films, movies.
Yeah, this is actually my first time being on
Hollywood.
this segment.
Yes, FilmFanatics.tv.
Yeah, this is so.
It's been a while since we've done Film Fanatics, actually.
Mm-hmm. And why is that?
Why is that? Because we've been so focused on fashion.
The other F.
This is the week for it. Better than more than any other week in the year for us, because the Oscars were just, all the film award shows are done now for the year.
Yeah.
Sorry, Critics' Choice, what used to be SAG, Golden Globes, and then of course ending with the Oscars.
Right.
There might be some smaller ones after that. I don't know, but the big ones are done. So we're going to talk about the Oscars, at least the biggest one, and then maybe we'll talk about the Critics' Choice Awards because we got a critic in the house tonight. All right,
hey, I'm
real
really,
live critic in the house tonight. Estiloz is coming up, and in a couple of weeks, the Boston International Film Festival is happening in Boston, and we got the founder, Patrick Jerome, is in the house tonight as well. So it's all about Hollywood. It's all about films. But we're not just going to be talking Hollywood. We're going to talk about films in Massachusetts and the film industry in Massachusetts as well.
Yeah, so you got to make sure you tune in to what's going on.
Well, they're already tuned in because they're watching us, right? I hope anyway.
Well, keep watching.
Keep watching, yeah, all right. Not just to see her pretty face, but all our other mugs too. Plus, we got a lot to talk about. Like I said, this subject hasn't been talked about on Performer for a little while,
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute and a half, more like it. But yeah, we definitely need to talk more about that. And we'll talk about some of the upcoming stuff that we're doing in April too, end of March and April. We get some events coming up, so you might want to check us out for some of that. So, I think we'll do first, we're going to do a little bit, I'm going to bring everybody in because we should all talk about the Academy Awards. Okay, so I'm going to, first of all, bring up this slide right here. 1 second. So this is what we're going to talk about.
The Oscars.
The Oscars. And now
I want one of those.
You want one of those?
Yeah.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice on your mantle somewhere, right?
The only award that I want.
The only award you want.
That we do. That we don't do.
That we don't do. Okay, right. All right. Whoops, that's not the right one. Let's bring up all four of them. There we go.
Hey.
All right. Hey. Nice, guys. How are we? Okay.
I think we look good together.
No, I think we do too. Well, she makes us look good. Right?
Yes.
Next to her, we all look good.
Touche.
Yeah, she's kind of, the aura spreads over to the rest of us. All right, guys, welcome to Performer El Mundo. By the way, we can do a little Spanglish tonight if you want, Tim. Go ahead. Talk to the audience, the whole audience. El Mundo, the whole
Bienvenidos
world.
a todos y
There you
estamos
go.
aquí para platicar muchísimo sobre las películas de Hollywood y las
There you go. What he
estrellas
said.
allá también.
What he said. All right, so who saw the Oscars? Raise their hand.
Yo.
I saw some of it.
Yeah.
Some of it, that counts.
I saw most of
Marlena. Marlena, press the button right there. Yeah, okay. You can't hear it, but there we
There you
go, right there.
Would that be a yes or a no, though?
That would be a definite.
I keep updated with the outfits though, so
There you go.
fashion focused
Fashion.
still.
To her credit, she had to be up for work the next day, so that's a tough one for most people.
Who is the best dressed?
Zendaya always.
I loved her. You know what? I'll say one thing, and I saw the follow-up on Jimmy Kimmel the next day.
Yeah.
I loved her outfit even more on Jimmy Kimmel the next day.
Yeah.
You have to see that one. You have to check that one out. That
And
was
Tiana
a really
Taylor.
nice one.
Tiana Taylor was good. I don't know if I'm saying her name right. Tiana. Yeah,
Yeah, that was
Tiana
it.
Taylor.
Yeah.
That's right. That was good. All right, so
Well said. Well said.
let's talk about. We'll go in. We'll go in order of when they presented them. I believe it's the order. So the first one that they presented, I believe, was Best Supporting Actress. Tim, what are your thoughts on this one?
Best Supporting Actress. All right, let me look at some of the nominees on that one. I think that she was a shoo-in for it. She was winning all of the awards events leading up to it, the SAG Awards and the Golden Globes. She put in an amazing performance. And Amy Madigan's her name, and I just thought
that's right.
she was just the best thing about the movie, because the movie in general, I'm probably an outlier on that. I didn't like it, except for the last 15 minutes where, do I give away the ending?
This is where the critic comes in, though.
Yeah, the last 15 minutes where a bunch of screaming kids run after her and tear her limb from limb. It was funny. It was funny. And, but throughout the movie, she put in a really scary, very, malevolent performance. And doing that while...
I'm always gonna. I'm always
like the Joker.
Actually, this one I was very, happy to see her there because they just submitted a film to us at the Boston International Film Festival with her in it.
Oh, really?
And then when she ended up winning, and I like the reaction of her husband. That was like, it's like a milestone, experience. It's good to see that, how emotional people get, and it's like something like they didn't. I mean, you don't know if you're gonna win or not. It's just a question of the recognition and at the right moment at the right time. And I was happy for her because she's been around for a while.
Yeah. And she's been around for 30 years. That's the thing right there. Every time I see her, though, I'm always going to think Shanice from Uncle Buck, because I fell in love with her when she played that role. And it really was pivotal in the movie.
Yeah.
Because Buck in the movie was always having to, try and appease her and please her. And, all the comedy arises from all that relationship right there.
Yeah. The good thing about this year's Oscars is that most of the categories, they were very competitive. There wasn't just one person that had a shoo-in on winning it. For example, in the Best Actress category, Best Supporting Actress, you had Elle Fanning that put in a really, wonderful performance, even though it was somewhat reserved in sentimental value. And then you have Tiana Taylor in One Battle After Another. When Numi Mosaku, I apologize for messing up the pronunciation of her name, but she was great in Sinners. It was a really competitive field in that one.
Oh, good. All right, let's go to the next one then. So the next one, of course, is somebody who wasn't even in the audience.
Somebody was in Ukraine.
Sean Penn, yes, exactly. I mean, what a reason to not go to the Oscars. Okay, yeah, I was in the Ukraine talking to Zelensky.
Yeah, well, to him that is important.
Yeah, of course, it's important. To him, it's like the Oscar is not as important as keeping peace in the world.
Yeah, but hasn't he not shown up before, though? Hasn't he not shown up before?
Yes,
probably.
I think that happened before.
He's one of those kind of artists, though, right?
Yeah,
he is one of those kind of artists.
Definitely, there's a history to that. And I think the fact that he wasn't there, and maybe he didn't think that he would win.
Possible.
That's sometimes the reason that they don't show up.
I think the Critics' Choice gave him the
hint,
the Best Supporting Actor. I mean, it was again a tough field. He was with Delroy Lindo in Sinners, and Jacob Elordi is playing Frankenstein. It's kind of weird that he was playing supporting for that one, being that somewhat titled character. Right? Benicio del Toro. So again, it was a tough field. But since Penn didn't show up this time, I'm of the frame of mind that if you're getting in a habit of not showing up to accept your Oscar, maybe you shouldn't be nominated.
Ah, interesting.
He's been around.
I kind of like that idea because it's like it's almost to the people that did show up and showed the effort, and you're in the room. You know what I mean? And it's almost like school. If you're not in the room and you're not showing up for attendance, you're not going to get the credit for it.
Exactly.
So it's almost like that as well.
Should we do that for our award show, Mo?
Kinda. But we do that on purpose, where we don't tell the people that they win.
Right. Well, nobody knows in this.
Yeah, like
either.
If they're leading.
There are some shows that people tell them, yeah, you should be there because you're going to be getting something, so they show up. But not the Academy Awards. That's sort of like if you don't go there, then you're not really part of the the inner sanctum, so to speak.
Yeah, like in good faith, like you should show up.
Yeah, and if he's nominated again, they should say, all right, you need to show. Even if it's some sort of video thing. Because even by not showing up, there's there's 4 other nominees out there that this is maybe something that they've been striving for all of their life. And if you don't show up, you're not showing the respect.
Yeah, leading by example.
Award is.
Well, let me ask you this then. If they've won it 2 or 3 times, we'll talk Meryl Streep now.
Yeah.
Okay. If they've won it multiple times, should they even be considered anymore, even with great performances? I mean, should they give other people a chance that had also great performances?
I think it's all about respect and admiration, because I think if you already get the recognition, I think you have to be supportive to other people who haven't received it.
Yeah, like if you didn't win, you should show other people like that grace of like still applauding them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
Has any actor ever
way.
declined a nomination?
Probably.
I haven't seen that, but I've
seen
seen actually with the Boston International Film Festival, we had an award show some years back, and then there was somebody that I really like, as an actor, who produced a film. As soon as we called the name of the real people that won, he didn't win. He just stand up and storm out of the room.
Oh, really?
Everybody can see that. So, I would rather that you don't show up if you're going to behave that way. So,
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, if an actor's like a Meryl Streep, for example, or a few other actors, if they're putting in really fantastic performances, I think they should be honored by, getting the
so you
award.
think they should still be eligible?
Yeah. Except, then you put down the television side. On the television side for Emmys, I think people should bow out after. I mean, we've lost track of how many Emmys Oprah has won. I mean,
Well, she's a legend.
here.
Well, those daytime Emmys, though. Those don't count.
We'll talk about that.
Okay. Don't quote me on that one then.
But like, there's a TV show now, and not to take it off the movies, but just to make a stronger point about the Oscars. There's a comedy show called Hacks that Gene Smart is winning year after year after year after year, and it's like, all right, let's see somebody else be recognized.
Yeah, it's kind of like twice in a row, because we kind of get backlash as well if somebody's always winning year after year, and it's like the people that have been working very hard within the year, they kind of almost feel like they're lost in the sauce, and we're not giving them credit or recognition. So it's like, I guess the better question would be like, how can we still honor those people that were running up, and then on top of still recognizing the leading one? So I guess that's the better question.
Well, I think the nomination is the recognition.
Yeah,
they don't look at it. I mean, people should look at a nomination as a sort of award.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not a participation
It is definitely
trophy.
a win.
Yeah, if you're nominated, people still recognize that. When you go to like IMDb or someplace, anyway, they say got nominations.
Yes.
They still think that's important.
Your work's
Maybe.
being recognized in some way.
Yeah, so nomination is still a
Maybe, but
award.
people still want to be, they want that approval,
Yeah, of
and
course.
almost like I was that one, like I want to be the one. And sometimes second best, third best isn't enough for them. So if they're even on the nomination list, not saying that I'm talking from experience, this is something where we've had almost not complaints either, right? Because I don't want to see it like that. Feedback, that's the best way. So the positive feedback that we have gotten, whether if it was negative, is one of the things that, how can we still be recognized even if we're not the first running up, right? And I think that's just probably, even if they're part of the nomination list, they don't feel like it's enough for them. And I think that's
second place is not always bad. Look at like American Idol and stuff like that. Second place, third place, some of these guys do very well after the fact. So winning isn't always everything.
And
as a matter of
also,
fact, there's been a lot of winners of the Academy Awards that kind of went into oblivion afterwards. So
and also winning an Oscar doesn't necessarily guarantee that you're going to be successful.
Exactly.
I mean, there's been any number of
that
people
part.
who've
That's
been
very
won.
important too.
The best actor, Cuba Gooding Jr., won the Oscar in Jerry Maguire for Best Supporting, and
he kind of shot himself in the foot.
He's had some films, but
he's had some issues too.
Being on the production side, I think once an actor win the awards, so most of the time their price goes up. If they want to work, they become very picky. They don't choose any little. It's their time now to bank. you know.
An actor with an ego?
Basically,
Judith, no, there's really actors with an ego?
that exists out there.
Yes.
You know, so
what can
sometimes
you
when
say-
people win,
Yeah.
so basically they said, from now on, this is my, my rate goes up. This is the type
Yeah.
of movie. That's why some of them just fade away.
So
You know?
so does momentum matter?
Yes, it does. It
So
does.
being
But
right.
But at the same time, you have to be humble. You have to be open to, to new work, to things you haven't done before, and then to try it and give it a try and keep growing this way. Because some actors, they win an awards, like you mentioned, they just disappear. Instead
And this
of
is
keep
this is
going up.
the say your title again, so people understand who's talking at this moment. who are we talking to right now?
Well, I'm on the production side, so I'm a producer as well. I'm a writer, director, producer.
From where? Where are we coming from?
From Broadway Pictures Entertainment, which is my production company. So we work with actors, that has been to the highest, that had been nominated. And then once you get to work with some of those actors, like Mike Starr, for example, we work with on the movie Beyond Control with him. We work with Leon Robinson as well. Who played Little Richard and got a nomination for it. So once you win something, now it's become very competitive. But you have to keep the momentum going. Because when the job keep coming, they keep knocking at your door. You keep getting call and requests. You don't keep turning them down because the word can go out very
It's
fast.
interesting.
But I
saying
can
that,
tell.
yeah.
I really
what to do, but-
appreciate what you're saying, because as a person that's in the industry, there's so many things. Because one thing that me and Michael always talk about is go towards the things that are fitting for you, right? But not turning things down that are for you, but don't think that you're above those things, right? So keeping that humbleness as well.
Yes.
Also-
Speaking of humbleness, the
Yeah.
Big Cheese is watching, and he says only the best people sit in that seat, the one that Marlena is sitting. He goes,
How
"Wait,
about
Marlena?"
fulfilling the job?
As it should be, as it should be. Oh, by the way, I'll take this moment to tell people, like, who's this guy that's talking about films and being so critical? Well, it's
Yes.
because I'm a film critic.
Yes.
Oh, yes, I'm Tim Estiloz. I am a film critic and entertainment reporter for a syndicated TV show called The Spiel. And also, I am a film critic off and on for El Mundo Boston, among many other things, and I'm a member of the Critics' Choice Association. Watch every year our Critics' Choice Awards every January, and I'm a member of the Boston Society of Film Critics.
Awesome.
Well, hopefully next
Yes.
year. my movie will
they
be
need a round of
Thank you.
applause for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
And scene.
There you go. We get the whole resume there. Okay.
Yeah.
So the whole context is because we do have people that are in the fashion industry, but they dibble and dabble in both.
Yeah.
So whether that's acting or in modeling, right? We just want to be able to give that context. So thank you for that.
Well done. Well done.
Actually, last year, because of the fires, everything got screwed up with the
I know.
scheduling,
Yeah.
didn't it, Tim?
Our awards
Yeah.
event was postponed
'Cause
three times.
yours was the first one right after the fires that was scheduled.
Yep.
Yeah, so you had to, how many times it was postponed?
We changed it twice,
Twice.
and then the third time we finally made it because the fires just kept going and
Yeah,
going. And we wanted to have enough time so that we were being respectful of the moment, as well as just early on when we were scheduled was right in the midst of the tragedy happening. So there was smoke in the air and so forth. So it was just impossible to get that done. In fact, last year I wasn't able to even go because they just kept changing.
Jeez, they've had a lot of issues. The writer's strike,
Yeah.
the actor's strike, the fires.
Yeah.
Wow, there's been a lot going on over there, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay, speaking of Hollywood now.
Yeah.
We've got all these other states now that are vying for these dollars, the production dollars, the productions themselves and the dollars that they bring in. Massachusetts is one of them. They have the film credits for productions that come in. Georgia, another one, and even outside of our borders, Vancouver, Toronto. So there's a lot of competition there. And even now California is saying, okay, we want you guys to come back here, so we're going to offer even more tax breaks. Is this beneficial for the industry, or is it kind of like letting them slide a little? What do you feel about all that?
That's
Well-
a serious question.
Yeah.
Well, tax, incentive always, bring people to states that offer the lowest discount and benefit for production. So it's all depend because it keeps changing from year to year. I think 6-7 years ago in Massachusetts we had a big break where we had a number of production coming here.
Oh,
A lot.
So that was something special, because when I started here making movies, we rarely see an Hollywood movie coming here. Actually, my first feature film in the U.S. in the year 2000, which is doing really well right now, not surprisingly, it's a movie called Deportation that we shot in Boston. So that was a different time.
Okay, when you say Hollywood production, are you talking about the big studios?
Hollywood,
The big
big
studios.
Hollywood.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
we've got we've
I think there's been a lot of them here.
Well,
From what I've
recently.
seen. Recently, okay.
Recently.
How
we
far
can
back
always
are you
use
going back?
more. We really can always
Okay,
use more
sure.
because what a lot of people don't realize is that Boston, as well as a number of other cities, but we're talking about our city here, there is a vibrant and very talented core group of actors who they may be pursuing the craft full-time. There's also a number of them that are doing it part-time, but that's a very important supplemental bread and butter for them to supplement their income. So there are actors who are can get work as extras on a number of these films, or they're trying to get a speaking role to further their craft, their resume for becoming perhaps a full-time actor. There are also the craftspeople behind the scenes, people who are building the sets, people who are working as grips and production assistants and so forth. So we get a lot of work, not just for actors when a film comes here, and from time to time, certain individuals, and I'm not speaking of any specific individuals, but legislature don't understand how important it is to give us those tax breaks, or give Hollywood those tax breaks, so that more of those films can come here. And when those films come here, other people benefit, the restaurants, the hotels, because they come into town for anywhere from 1 to 2 months or longer,
Right.
and that's money being put into the
The
economy.
local economies.
But-
and there was touch and go for a while there about the tax credits, whether they would be remaining, and now they are permanently.
Good.
Right? Correct. So they voted on that a couple of years ago, I think. So now these tax credits are permanent. So any production that comes here, I think it's 25% or something like that. Can't remember what the number is.
But it was a very strong fight.
Yes, it was a very strong fight.
Very hard.
And there was a lot of people showing up there in support of it, and there was a grassroots organization. I think the Mass Production Coalition and a few others organized, and they came up to the State House to show their support for the bill.
So the better question would be, what would you want to see in the next year when it comes to films or just producers and people that are behind the scenes? Like, what would you want to see from that? What's the alignment?
Well, I think for me, I would like to see more local actors get speaking role in movies, not just being, playing background work, jobs. Because for me personally, as a local producer, when an actor gets speaking roles, and then you can hire them to be in your own film, it helps you, because they get on the spotlight, and then by you putting them in your movie, then everybody can benefit from the success that can arise from there. So I think in terms of coming here and bring or give the speaking line to outsiders who come here to do it and then go back home and use local actors as extras, I would hope that's changed actually.
Well, it actually has. I mean, here in Boston, we do have, I think, foremost among them is Boston Casting, which is a local outlet. It's been around for years.
Boston.
So they are getting more opportunities to give local actors some speaking roles. It may not be a lead role. Usually they'll have the lead roles already cast, but they'll hire a number
Well,
of
I can
actors here
see
for
that is growing, but I would like for it to grow
Oh,
more.
me too.
I'd like
Me
for it
too.
to grow more, to give more roles to local actors.
Yes, as well as CP casting is still around, but yes, we can always use more opportunities.
Definitely.
I'm with you, my brother. I'm with you on that.
So then maybe, what is your take on that then? What would you want to see more alignment of?
It pretty much in
same.
line with that. With that, I'd like to see more productions coming here in terms of more opportunities for actors from, again, even just doing extra work to getting more opportunities for speaking roles, and certainly maybe, just a lot more interest in using Boston maybe as a locale, not just coming in and spraying a few scenes and then going to another place to shoot the entire series. For example, they're shooting Boston Blue.
Yep.
They come here every now and often, and they spray the city to get some location shots, and they'll shoot a few scenes here. But it'd be nice to, like they used to, what was it, 20, 30 years ago, when they had, Spencer for Hire, and they actually had the production
Just
based here.
Right.
And where it was a lot of money again coming into the economy, a lot of
Well,
actors.
they did that at New England Studios. So what was that show that they did? It was only 2 seasons, but got cut because of COVID. They had all the sets there. Everything was there. Production was local. I can't remember the name.
Based
of
on
it.
the Stephen King novel.
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
Yes, I'm drawing a blank on it.
That's okay. We'll come back to us when we.
But,
If people can call in, they can help us with that one.
Yeah.
There you go.
Before we move on, I definitely want to know, also from a creative standpoint, what advice or some tips can you give a person that wants to break into the industry or just not that seasoned in the industry? What would you say? How can they polish themselves for these types of roles, or what should they be more? What should they go? What's the avenue? Where should they start? Or who should they be contacting?
I think talent, it's like the stars. As soon as they walk into the room, as soon as you give them a chance, you can spot them right away. So it's just a question of, for actors to work on their craft and, keep, learning as much as they can. And I mean, a lot of the time people are born with the skill. It's a natural ability to be, to portray a role and be, the character, in front of the camera. So for me, from my experience, I work with a lot of local actors, and the one that stands out, I always tend to work with them again and again and again. And to me, that is something that is very special. It's hard for me really to give people advice, because once you have the skill, you have the ability, I think it will come to you. However, some people may have the ability, but they never get the chance, the experience to be aware of their range, of what they can do, of what they can achieve. Once you give them the chance, you try to get it out of them, you are surprised and they are surprised as well to see what's in them. So I guess the more production that we have going on, the more opportunities, I think that's what will help people come out.
So they should go to more acting, castings, or Boston Casting, where they do, brush ups or classes.
Well, you can be even a little more proactive than that. I mean, certainly Boston Casting will become aware of you, and the other casting agencies, and they'll call you. But in the meantime, you can get involved with the acting community here.
That's a
There's
good one.
a number of independent films that are being made, smaller films. There are...
Even if it's not paid.
Exactly. Oh, there's a lot of that there, because those independent films are invaluable to gain just acting experience.
Yes.
So that you know
Build
what
up the
you're doing.
resume.
So when you build up your resume, but you also build up your skills
And rapport, too.
and your rapport, your connections, all
Networking.
about networking. And so it's just a matter of being involved, taking those acting classes that are available at various places, whether it's at colleges, whether it's at some of the local casting places. So this is a good area to get your start.
The
Even if-
foundation.
Well, actually, yeah. Look at how many people have come through Emerson.
Exactly.
Oh,
I mean, I'll
big
add to
time.
that. I mean, if you are the one advice that I always give to actors, try your best to be your own executive producer. Once you produce your own film, you can really give opportunity to yourself. Not a lot of people realize that, because some people may spend a lifetime and wait for an opportunity that never comes. And I've worked with actors actually who come to me and be like, hey, I want to produce a film. How much do I need in terms of budget to make a local film, a good film? And then we find a way to help them, and then they ended up getting distribution for the film, which is fantastic. Like my movie Candlelight My Way, that got into distribution last July with BMG Global. It was from a local actor that I worked with him before. He was a lead actor in one of my films called Impression. It's a movie in Haitian Creole and so on. I was surprised to see his talent, to see, my goodness, this is a very talented actor. And then he kept thinking about it, and in finding his way to raise the budget for a movie, he came to me, says, this is the concept. As a professional scriptwriter, I wrote the script for him. Bim, we produce the film. Candlelight My Way, check it out. It's a great movie.
There you go. Look
Distributed
for it out
by-
there.
So and then
taking notes right now.
and
This is
then-
the gold stuff. Right here.
No, this is why
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
asking
exactly.
because this is where it's as our audience, as you're watching, these are people that we're bringing in for you to understand what's going on within the industry, behind the scenes, and then this is almost like getting your own questions answered by me through me. You're welcome. But this is something where I'm always around, I work with youth first and foremost. So it's like I was part of a programming where I helped them express, build, and create. And some of these things I implemented for my own experiences, but with lectures, it came from what do you see yourself doing in 15 years, right? And whatever career they decided what they wanted to do, it's almost like you're envisioning in your mind, but they're 8 years old, 9 years old, right? So it's like when you're talking to an 8-year-old what you want to do in 15 years, their imagination goes crazy, right? But if you're talking to an adult that's, over the age, right?
What age is that? I'm just curious.
21.
21.
Let's be reasonable. 21 years
Are
old.
we touchy, my friend?
Yeah, a little bit.
Because 21 years old, you kind of get that adulthood already. About like you're at that age, you're entering adulthood. You could be in college, you could be a working adult, but now you want to get into the creative world. But this is where the creativity almost is like you can go in it full time, right? Or you can just stay corporate and work a beat. Now, as your own experiences coming into the industry, I don't want to go off a tangent of what Michael's what he wants to ask you, but from your own experiences, what made you even get into the industry? What inspired you? Was it other people? Was it just the wanting to
good
be
question.
a producer
Sure.
Well-
anyways?
Well, I strongly believe in the power of positive thinking. If you think positively, you keep pushing, you keep taking the right steps, you would grow into the film industry. I mean, in any industry.
But with the
I think a lot of
competition, I
people-
don't know.
Yes, there's competition, but you have to be willing to take risk, and then you have to work hard. And then if you are good at it, you will see good result. Okay? So I have to say, like, once again, I'll go back to my first feature film in the US. It's a movie that I worked 2 full-time jobs to raise the budget to make the film. And then at the time, everybody was talking about mini DV. Mini DV is the new thing. And then I went to, I took a class in New York City, and then I heard that, whoa, if you shoot a film on mini DV, they don't, it doesn't have the same prestige or whatever. People don't have much respect for it in the distribution circle. And I said, you know what? I'm going to shoot on film. So I shot the movie on Super 16 millimeter. It was hard. It was very difficult, but I work hard. I faced the challenge. And that movie right now is one of it's the most profitable movie that I've made all time.
But did
Yeah,
you start as an
16 millimeter
actor
film
or
is
were
tough,
you?
I was the writer and director of the film. Okay?
Okay.
I shot the film on Super 16 millimeter. Still today, it has the look of any Hollywood film.
Okay.
Because it's film. That's why softness. Yeah, you wish they duplicated digitally, but it's still not the real thing.
Yes.
No, that's probably not the real thing.
Well, with the new technology, with the 4K cameras now, it's kind of look the same.
Yeah.
But at that time, it makes a big difference in terms of. So basically, you take risk, and then you give your best to it. Okay. And if you are good at it, it has to be good though. If you are good at it, and then we will get on the spotlight.
Sure.
As for me, for that question, I come from more, I guess, from the performer side of it. When I was a kid, I loved just going to the movies. I mean, I was watching films seriously, like around 10 years old, older movies. So I knew, all right, I either wanted to be an actor or be a performer on the medium of television. So fortunately, I've been able to combine the both of those, and the common thread through all of that is you just have to be very, very persevering at it, but also you have to have just a love for it, because there are many actors. There's also many television reporters that maybe just toil away in a small market or something like that, or an actor that only does dinner theater or something, or small independent films.
Yeah.
And you're trying and you're trying and you're trying, you may not get that big role. You're aspiring towards that. But the thing that has to keep you going through all the rejections, be it a rejection letter for trying to get a TV job, or being turned down by a casting agent, or you don't get the call from a casting agent, is that you just, dust yourself off and keep on going, because it's the love of it. If you don't have that passion, if you don't have the love for it, then you're not going to really not only get anywhere career-wise, but you're not going to be fulfilled internally.
Yeah.
That's the thing that keeps you going.
I think that's the problem about being a creative or a talent. We're constantly seeking approval of, the directors or the being an extra. You always want to be the best of the best, right? Even the people that we see on television, those celebrities, there's always some sort of seeking approval. So I guess it is having, inner peace, inner validation within yourself, and keep going. Whether if you don't win an award, you applied for this award, you didn't get it, you applied for this this spotlighted role and you didn't get that, and you got an extra role. It doesn't mean that you weren't considered for that. It's just like, what can you do to work harder? Or I don't like the word work harder, almost like work to your potential, right? And getting to where you could, and just being in their face. Perseverance. I love that word. Perseverance.
And
is
also
like the best
just
one.
having a lot of confidence in yourself, because there's a lot of rejection.
Big time.
Trying to find a role, or auditioning. I mean, here in Boston, we'll have maybe some actors will get some regular auditions, but you go out to Los Angeles, New York sometimes, but Los Angeles, and you're going to maybe multiple auditions a day, and you're getting just turned down all the time.
It happens.
And you still have to have that strength to keep going.
Speaking of
resilience.
Resilience. Tim.
Yes, sir.
How many times have you been a reporter in a film?
I think now
you've been
6 times.
Six times.
I'll take the typecasting.
You and Alberto. Same thing.
Because the SAG residual checks keep coming.
I guess that's the bottom line, right?
No.
Still getting paid for Gone Baby Gone. I got a check last week for that.
Glad they're still coming in.
Yes.
Great movie, by the way.
But also, I've been, called to audition for other roles and come close with some others and so forth. But I consider that, an honor that they think that I'm not only a reporter in real life, but I'm good enough to play it in a film. I mean, that's
awesome.
That's great.
I'm happy to be typecast. And also take a role away from Alberto.
When it comes
Just
to
joking, brother.
Being a producer and being a critic, is there some type of like a sting since you're from Boston? I don't know if you're both based in Boston. Are you both based in Boston?
Well, I've been living here most of my life.
Most of your life?
I'm a Boston.
Here for about 20 years.
20 years?
Originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Proud of it. Go Steelers.
But
Not this year.
I know.
Do you hate, or hate is a strong word. Dislike,
yes.
right? Emphasis. Capital maybe. Do you dislike seeing someone starting out in the film industry, whether they're a talent or wanting to be a writer or a producer, going somewhere else and not starting here if they were already here first?
No.
Start here. Learn here. There's plenty of opportunities.
Yeah, maybe because you're also a producer. Do you want to see people start here first before they go out and branch out? Because most of the time what I see or what I've heard over the years is that they'll go to LA, they'll go to New York, and they're very green.
If you can,
very green.
Okay, this is why people that go to Emerson have been so successful. They started here, they learned here, they created a foundation, and then when they were ready, that's when they went.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to learn first.
That way, I would enjoy.
I'm curious though. Like I'm not seeing it from a judgmental place.
Yeah.
It's just more like feedback. And a curious standpoint.
I think people look for more opportunities, because there's always a lot of buzz about if you were in New York, if you were in LA, you get much more jobs. So a lot of people would tell you this is the place to be. For me personally, as a producer, I heard it all the time. What are you doing in Boston? Why you stayed in Massachusetts?
Hey, Coda. Look at Coda.
Like,
that was shot here.
I brought
Academy Award winner.
Me.
Look at all the great films that are shot here.
But
even if you're an extra on the set,
Michael.
you're learning.
Yes.
Okay, there are opportunities here. Like I said, once you get a good resume and a good foundation and you understand the business, then you can go to these other places and you'll be better prepared than those other people that just got off the bus.
Well, I'll give you an example of about going elsewhere as opposed to maybe staying here. When I first moved here, and I was here for any number of reasons, getting my career started, not particularly the acting career, but I had always known or heard that you need to get your SAG card. Oh, I've got to get my SAG card and everything, which you don't need to get right away, but that's a different discussion. But I felt, all right, I need to get that. And I heard about all these people that they'd go to California and they'd have such a difficult time getting their Screen Actors Guild
that's what
card.
I'm saying.
But when I was here at the time, there used to be a lot of what we called back then industrial videos or industrial films, where it was a company that was doing a training film for Fidelity Investments or something. So it was very easy for myself and a number of other actors, not completely easy, but it was easier because there was this cornucopia of industrial films being made that you could get that experience and get whatever credits that you needed to become eligible for your Screen Actors Guild card here. I got mine, at least in my way of thinking, very quickly because there were so many opportunities that they weren't feature films, but you were able to get it for these videos that were made for just people within a company, as opposed to going to California and trying to be this really small fish in a really huge pond. Trying to get
the dues are cheaper here too, aren't they?
Yeah,
a lot cheaper here. All right, I don't want to cut this conversation
do they still
short
do the
because it's
cards
good.
though? Is that the card?
I'm a card carrying. It's in my pocket.
There you go. I don't want to. I love this conversation, but we still have to talk about the film festival. So let's go segue to the film festival.
We didn't finish Oscars too.
No, we will finish Oscars some other time.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Okay, here we go.
I had a mind fart there. Yes, we're talking about the festival.
All right, so best director, okay, best actress, best actor, and winner for best picture. There we go. We discussed them all.
Should have been Sinners. Should have been
Sinners. You're right. I do like Leonardo DiCaprio, but he was intense in that movie though.
He was
very intense. Okay, so Boston International. I got to give Patrick his due here. How many years, Patrick? How many years now?
24.
24 years. Okay, come on, folks. That's just amazing. Good for you, Patrick.
Yes,
all right.
Yes, created in 2002.
2002.
Yeah.
And now you are at the Simon IMAX Theater.
Simon IMAX Theater.
I know this has been, what, your third or fourth year there?
This is our third year.
Third year there. Okay,
Yeah,
it's pretty close.
Yeah, we grew to the big screen.
To the big IMAX.
Story IMAX screen.
All right, so we got a trailer for you. All right, so we're going to play the trailer. We're going to be right back. Okay, folks? All right, take a look at this.
Come and see some great independent movies at the Boston International Film Festival. Again, the film event of the year is coming up fast, so get your all-access VIP tickets today. You can meet the stars and hang out with the producers and private parties. Check the web at bifilmfestival.com, the Boston International Film Festival, where independent vision is at the finest level of expression.
In my younger days, I had wrought much evil. And in my maturity, much good. But now, I have rejected all considerations of good and evil. I ask for your benevolence and kindness in offering me a power.
What is your name?
Milo.
Master, hurry! The house is burning! Let it burn. Burn those witches! Burn those witches! Fool!
It's her! She's responsible! And now she wants more!
Away with you!
Wow.
Good as always.
Yes, Boston International Film Festival. Super excited coming up. very soon, starting Thursday, April 9 until the 14th. So we have lots of movies lined up, lots of great movies, including mine.
There you go. And that was the premiere movie, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that's this one right here.
Yep, Mila Ripa.
Okay, this is from Italy. Okay.
Yes.
Well, Harvey Keitel, I definitely recognize.
Yeah.
Oh,
Murray Abraham.
Right.
Yeah.
Murray Abraham, too. Very good actor.
Yeah,
I loved him in Homeland. Do you remember
Franco
that?
Nero, he goes back. Wow, it's nice to see his name again.
Yes, Franco Nero. Actually, the director is Luis Nero.
So that's a very good film to start with. We're going to talk about your film in a second, too, but let's get a little more background on the International Film Festival. All right, so it's in April. Not to be confused with the other one in September, right? Because that's just the Boston Film Festival, correct? Yes, okay.
Boston,
so
don't forget the word international.
right, that's saying international for you. And of course, you're opening it up to literally El Mundo, the whole world. Okay.
Definitely.
How many submissions do you get from outside the United States?
Oh my goodness, thousands.
Thousands.
Oh
my goodness.
Yeah,
right.
we have submissions from all continent, all around the world. But the easiest to get to Boston are movies that are made, of course, in the United States, in Canada, and Mexico. So the last year and this year, we're getting a lot of challenge with foreign films, with foreign filmmakers coming to the US. So we are very lucky, actually, to have Luis Nero coming from Italy and the producer in England coming, to the Boston International Film Festival for Mila Ripa, which is, we are very excited about that.
Excellent. And now the move to the IMAX, the Simon IMAX.
Yes.
That was a big move. I mean, you were at AMC, right? For a little
Yes,
while?
we spent over 20 years at the AMC theater, which we liked.
Yeah, it's not a bad theater still, but
Yeah, but I think,
you outgrew it.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, the IMAX theater, when we discovered it, it was like the best location to be. It's only us that is there at the location for the entire time that we are doing the festival, which is very beneficial. And then the screen is, you can't beat it. It's a dream for so many filmmakers. I mean, to even get a chance to see your movie on IMAX, the 5-story high screen, it's just amazing.
Nothing better than
experience.
Do any of them have to be adapted to the screen or any additional processing?
Yes, well, we have to make sure that we present most of the movies on DCP for the highest quality because it requires a lot of, energy to project on such a big screen. And we are dealing with a bunch of independent filmmakers with low budget film. Of course, we have to convert it to DCP to make sure that we have the best projection ever.
Right, because you don't want to see all the flaws on a 75-foot screen, do you?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's so big, you can see so much details actually.
Right.
That is going on. You feel like you're in the movie as you're watching it after a while, which is a very special experience.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious, like how the process would be if someone sends you something, and then you look over it. Do you give feedback with it, like real feedback? And
Well, it is impossible to get feedback when you get thousands of.
Yeah.
How's the process? Do you have like a
at the
screening committee?
Yes, we have a screening committee of about 35 people.
Okay, great.
That watch the film, and then they give the movie a score. So we started accepting submission in June, and it closed in December. And we have an extended deadline, but that very extended first week of January, and after that we close it completely.
So it's
we
6
spend
months. 6 months of a
6
review.
months intense
Yeah, that's
of
a
watch.
very
You're
long
whittling all those thousands down into how many? Do you have a target of what?
Well, I don't watch. It's impossible.
Oh no, not you. personally.
yeah,
I mean,
the committee kind of break things down and then get it to another committee, and then to get to the staff, and then it gets to me, and then and then we make a final decision.
Wow. How many films per person? That's like what? Like
Per person? Oh, hundreds.
Hundreds per person.
Last year we get over 6,000 something submissions.
Whoa.
And then,
last year, 2025.
Yeah, 2025. So this year it's even more.
Oh gosh.
But it's doing really well, so we are super excited.
Wow.
about that.
What's the internationally? What's for all of these submissions? What's the average length of a feature that you're?
Well, we have different categories. We have
so
the
you got
short
some
films.
shorts, yeah.
We have the short films that can goes from 1 minute to 45 minutes. But mostly for most film festival, 10-15 minute short film is what is the most popular and easier to program as well. And then you have the feature film that is, standard length, 90 minutes and over. And then we have short film, feature film, documentaries, animation, and special movies that have like very artist the movie experimental films that we have that the short, the feature, the experimental, the documentary, and also we have a screenplay to production contest where
1 minute, huh? Down to 1 minute.
Screenplay,
Do you have a lot of 1 minute short films? Just curious.
Well, actually, 1 year I was surprised to see a movie that was about 2 minutes long. Which was very special. I always remember that. And then he wanted to present it on 35 millimeter on top of that at the AMC Theater. It was very interesting. But we have a lot of, it's a mountain of experience. So many people from a different part of the world. You cannot develop the relationship, with the type of movies that is coming from different corner of the world. If it's from Asia, if it's from Europe, what type of movie you're going to get in terms of the timing, the pacing, the stories, how their approach to cinema
is there an application or a what is the qualifications for them to be approved?
Well, submissions, is open to all filmmakers, to all submitters. But a lot of production companies, especially from China, for example, you get, one production company can say, okay, we're going to send through 200-300 films that they have in their, portfolio. And then we have the same thing. We have a lot from South Korea as well. Or, from different countries, they have like some universities can say, Boston International Film Festival, let's send 200 movies, 300 movies.
Actually, the industry is really booming in China, isn't it?
Yeah.
Being in
China, India, all the Asian countries right now.
Being international. So I would imagine there are certain countries that you will hear from regularly, let's say China or from Bollywood or so forth. Are there any countries that you see that are becoming more active, more showing a lot of growing talent that hasn't been there before, like a particular country that's really having their film industry growing and having their features?
That would be South Korea. For some reason, actually, we have one our partners. Somebody who worked for the festival who will be creating a Boston International Film Festival in South Korea. South Korea Boston International Film Festival. So she's working on it, and we are supporting it because we are in connection with most of the studios and the schools that submitted a lot of films. And then I would say China as well, as I mentioned before, and all over Europe. You have different time from France. We have a good relationship with France. A lot of the main French movies, actually the last two film festival, we opened the film festival with French film. Last year we opened with Charles Aznavour, which is, he was a legendary singer, very well known in different Kofon world. So we have a lot of movies from there. So the thing about it is once we present the film and they get an awards and then they go back home, they make it in the, in the newspapers, in mainstream media in that country, and then we get a lot of exposure for the next year of the festival.
See, it seems interesting, as you mentioned South Korea, with K-pop being so popular right now. I'm wondering if they're kind of like riding each other's wave or something like that.
The best song was a K-pop.
Yeah, exactly, K-pop for the Oscars.
Yeah.
All right, we got another clip here, so I want to get this before we have to sign off. So this is Patrick talking about a few things, and then there's another trailer for his film. So I want to see that. Yeah, I want to see his film. Okay, you ready? So here's the other trailer for Patrick and his film.
Hello everyone, I would like to invite you to the world premiere of our movie Secrets of the Full Moon Seed. This is my latest feature film project that I really love. We work with a very talented cast and crew who brought this story to life. For those of you who knows my stories as a screenwriter, always inspired by true event, there's a lot of scenes and sequences I'm pretty sure the audience will be able to connect with. It's a lovely piece of work. The world premiere of the movie will start at 7 o'clock, so we're going to have a red carpet maybe by 5-6 o'clock prior, leading to the screening at 7 o'clock.
and then we will have the world premiere of the movie. It's an opportunity to meet the cast and crew, and we are looking forward to see you there. The tickets are on sale now. We are looking forward to summer project coming up as well with Broadway Pictures Entertainment. We always have, a new movie project in the pipeline, so we are looking forward to collaborate with as many people as possible in our production company. So we definitely would love to see you there on the red carpet. This is the time for us to celebrate. We have so many talented actors involved in this project, and Friday, April 10, during the Boston International Film Festival, come join us and watch the movie and party together, and time to celebrate, okay? Looking forward to see you all. Thank you.
Wow, very good. Very good, Patrick. Very good. I'm glad to
Where
see
did
that.
you shoot this?
We shoot it all over Massachusetts.
I was going to say, Bollywood meets Beantown.
I know.
Okay.
Good one, Michael.
That's good. That's good. Hey, listen, guys, I want to thank you for coming here tonight. Patrick, looking forward to that. Great films. Looks like they're amazing. I don't envy you. We get maybe hundreds of the people that we have to look over. You get thousands. That's a lot of work. I know. My respect.
Thank you.
If I can say something too,
Sure, go ahead.
out there is that we're talking about movies, be it for the film festival or the Oscars or so forth. There's been just this trend where everybody's watching movies at home, and I want to urge everybody, go out and go see the movies in the theaters as they were meant to do, because otherwise that whole experience is going to go by the wayside. So watch a few at home, but please just go out there and watch them in the theaters. Support your local theaters, especially the smaller one.
Now,
He said it, everyone. We got
this right here. This is the Boston International Film Festival website. Okay, so make sure you check it out. I'm sure, Patrick, they can get tickets on there too, right?
Yes, we have tickets, bifilmfestival.com.
There you go.
The tickets are available, opening night, all access VIP pass. Come join us.
Yeah, remind you a little update on the governor, though.
Yes, actually, we have a slide. We have a slideshow actually.
Okay, yeah, the slideshow.
Once you just open it, it's the current governor.
Okay.
Mayor that
Good.
is
All right, and actually,
he's taking your job.
Wow, man!
Actually, yeah.
Who are you voting for, brother? Who are you voting for?
And then, if you want to see more of this guy, go visit his YouTube page. You get all that stuff on there, and I see some familiar faces there. So he gets in bed with all these people very quickly, and meaning his interview.
He means metaphorically.
Metaphorically, yes. That's
a few of them.
Well, that'd be nice.
That's another story.
That'd be nice. Yes.
I'm looking forward to my interview with you.
I would love to do that, actually. No, I'm serious.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, let's hook that together.
We started something here, right?
Yes, this is exactly what we are about.
Networking.
Awesome. Thank you.
Putting people together, that's always a good thing, especially in Boston, because as you do that, you enrich the community and uplift everybody at the same time.
And then you can cast me in a film, too.
There you go.
All right.
Networking.
As long as it's not a reporter.
No, yeah, that's right. That's right, yes.
I was about to say that.
Well, folks, we were winding down here. Listen, go to the movies, like Tim said. Spend a few dollars, all right? And support the local community. The theaters are starting to. Showcase just closed Dedham. I'm not Dedham. Randolph.
Yep.
Okay, and that was a big one.
And there's rumors of others.
There's rumors of others. Okay.
The experience is just like nothing else when you go to a theater.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay, we want people to go to the
Still
theater.
polish up on your talent, and make sure that you're getting out there supporting these directors, even these small films.
Right.
It's really good to just put your face out there and network and show up and kill it. You never know who you're gonna meet. You never know what you're gonna get into, whether if it's for no pay or some pay.
And on that note, I don't have the promo for it up right now, but the Mass Film Awards, that's what we're going to be doing. The first annual will be in Massachusetts, of course, the Massachusetts Film Awards in the fall.
Hey.
Okay, folks? So you'll be finding out more about that very, very soon. But that's coming, all right? So,
Good.
Tim,
Thank you, sir.
Keep criticizing. Patrick,
I
keep
will.
producing.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for coming here
Thank you
tonight
so
and
much for
talking about Hollywood and films and all that stuff, and the industry too. People that don't know, this is a good place to start. Be curious, ask questions, do your research. There's a lot of great places to work in this area and be a part of the community.
Yes.
Okay?
And we'll see you at the movie.
Wow, that closing line. Who was that? I was going to ask a question. I was going to ask a question of the young one in the
Forget I said that.
Siskel and Ebert at the movies. Back up. She's gonna hit me after this. All right, thanks, folks. Have a good night. Bye-bye.